Hey, if you are a skeptic, a spiritual skeptic, someone who just, you don't believe in God, Jesus, you don't believe in Scripture, if you're a skeptic, but you want to believe, you want to, deep down inside, the dark of the night, whatever it is, you just think, man, I wish it was true. And maybe it's in the middle of crisis. I wish it was true. I want to believe, but you just feel like you can't get there because there's not enough evidence. Believe me, I get it. I have been there. I have lived that life. But here's what I did. I started by asking questions. I began asking questions in a science classroom in college as I was sitting in a genetics class. I began asking questions. I began asking things like, is it possible for these things to have happened through random mutational events? The complexity of DNA, how DNA gets to where it is without RNA and the evolutionary model. Could we even get there? Could RNA come into existence without DNA? The complexity of all of our systems and how they work together. I began asking these questions and I was told to shut up. I was told to go talk to a priest or something. And at that time in my life, I wasn't religious. I had none of that. And I even said, I'm not a religious guy. That's not what I'm asking. I'm a scientist. You train me to ask questions. I'm just asking how. And I continually was told that I was stupid and not right. And the reality was every time getting that answer, I thought, man, I must be on to something. I just began to ask questions. And over time, then I began to pray, God, if you're there, if you're real, show me, reveal it to me, help me understand. And here's what happened. Everything changed. I began to see things for what they really were. I began to see the truth in it. I began to see that I had been lied to, that there was a God, there was a creator, that he created me on purpose, for a purpose, just like you. And the evidence was clear. It was everywhere. And then the evidence began to open up more evidence. And then I began to look at Scripture, and it began to open my eyes more and more and more. And everything changed. I was no longer a skeptic. I was very clearly convinced that God was real, that Jesus was exactly who he said he was, that Scripture was true in every single possible way. And you know what? That can happen for you too. It can. It can. It can happen for you. Follow me for more.